Hi there, I'm Ben and welcome to my 100% guide for the third mission of Darksiders Genesis, Inferno Vault. The idea of this video once again is to show you where all of the collectibles are while finishing the side missions, of which there are technically 3 in this mission. The first one, Luddite, where you need to destroy 25 barrels or buckets, is more of a task though. However, the other 2, Hardcore Parkour and Hell's Forge, are tracked in the map menu. For Hardcore Parkour, you need to navigate the factory right near the end of the mission without dying, and Hell's Forge actually has a trophy or achievement attached to it. For this one, you'll need to find 4 ingots and take them to, well, the Hell's Forge. You can see on screen now what we'll be finding during this mission, but I'll also show you where all of the miscellaneous chests are too. I will just mention that there are actually 11 Boatman's coins in this level, not 10 as the game says. It doesn't show up on the map or anything either, but it's definitely there. Timestamps for all collectibles and side missions are in the description below. Once again, while the game does mark collectibles on your map, once you actually find the map for each mission that is, they may not be easy to access or totally inaccessible until you've gained certain abilities later on in the game. Thankfully for this mission you don't need any of the extra abilities, so you will be able to get everything on your first run through this mission. Like the previous video, I'm going to fully narrate this one as it's going to be easier for me to explain what's going on. Right, that's it for the intro, let's get on with it. Okay, so here we are, this is the start of the mission. The first thing we're going to be doing is picking up an ingot for the side mission there, but I will just explain what I'm doing now. That is trying to get the 25 crates, or it's not actually crates, it's barrels or buckets most specifically. You do see me smash all the crates as well, but it is buckets and barrels specifically, and you can't do it all in one run. I'm going to explain that later on I'll show you the menu, I'll bring it up and explain that, but as you're going through, make sure you're destroying all of the buckets and barrels that you see. You'll see me doing it as we go through. So first off, there was an ingot at the bottom of the stairs. It's pretty hard to miss that one. Then we're going to move on to this small chest here, of which there are only 3. Again, these aren't needed for trophies or anything, but they do give you a bunch of souls, so it's always good to get them. And there we see is Boatman's coin 1 of 11. So in the main menu that we saw previously, it does actually say 11 there, but when I bring up the map at some point shortly, you will actually see that it only says 10. But there are definitely 11 in this level. It's not shown on the map, even when you get the treasure map later on, it still doesn't show up. You'll see me stood next to it later and it doesn't show up, so I don't know what was going on there. But anyway, here's the first one. I'm just going to show you on the map where we are. We've come all the way around the spire now. Around there we go. So again, the map is for anybody who's using timestamps. They're in the description obviously if you want to skip ahead and miss all that. You don't need a full run through, you just want specific ones. So here's the Healthstone next. Here we're just going to get rid of these crates again. I think that was a bucket there. We just get rid of everything, just shoot them all. So here's one of the... I don't like these enemies. They're just annoying. They teleport all over. And I don't like any enemy that teleports. It always annoys me. But we're going to skip the fight. We don't need to see that, but kill them. And then jump up here. We need to switch to war. Or you might play as war, whatever. And we need to hit these 2 switches here, and that's going to open up a little trapdoor. And then there's the Healthstone. That's 1 of 2. Say Healthstone, it's technically a shard. You need 3 Healthstone shards to create a Healthstone, but you know what I mean, it's the same in all games. So small chest next, that's up these steps here. There is a lot at the bottom end, so it's best to come up here first because you can get 3 Boatman's coins. So here we go, we're just going to move over here. This is where the chest is, and then straight away we're going to jump off the ledge. You can see the first one there, there's 3 in quick succession. Hopefully you get all 3 with the first jump. It can be a bit tricky with your sort of depth perception, but you're just going to have to float around a bit and try and hit them. But if you try and jump for the first one, as long as you jump, and then you can sort of glide for the second 2. And there we go. So next is another ingot that's down here. You may or may not be able to do this jump that I do in a minute, but first we are just going to set up another collectible. You see that explosive crystals over there. we're just going to throw this bomb over and we're going to ignite it later on. So make sure you remember to do that. And then these, not this jump, the one after this one, is quite a difficult jump. If you can't do it, you're just going to have to go round the other side. It's fine. Here's another ingot. So here we go, 2 of 4. So you don't just collect the ingots, we also need to take them to Hell's Forge, which we'll be doing later on. Next we've got the epic chest. That's what we threw the bomb for. We're going to do that in a minute. Just going to break all of these crates and buckets, whatever there is, just keep shooting them. It is a weird one. It's technically a task rather than a side mission, but I mean, one of the side missions in this is technically a task. It's weird how they've set it up, but they don't stack. The difference between side missions and tasks, you're going to, just to interrupt myself, you're just going to need to light these torches to blow up this bit up here to bring the fire along. The difference with tasks and side missions is tasks sort of stack in between. Every time you play the mission, they'll save your progress, whereas side missions, you'll need to redo the progress every time. So if you were to come back, you'd need to get all 4 ingots again. It won't save, whereas the barrels and the buckets, it will save that, and I'll show that later on in the tracker bar. So here's another boatsman's coin. It's on the stairs as we came up beforehand. We'll get this one now because it's on the way out. There we go. Next is the conversation. Again, this is not collectible or anything, but it's next to the boatsman's coin, that the one that doesn't show up. And it's on the map, so include it. Why not? I'm not going to be listening to it or anything. We're just going to be skipping past it. And up and up and up. And then when you get to the top, you can kill this guy straight away, or you can just leave him for after. But we're going to be hooking to the left hand side. We're back on ourselves, essentially. Yeah, so there we go. Get the execution. I do like to skip over most of the bigger fights, but if they're just little ones like that, I'll leave them in, obviously. Don't want to be taking too much time up with fighting enemies. So here's conversation. Here it is at the top. So you may have seen the boatsman's coin already, but I'm practically stood next to it and it still hasn't shown up on the map. I will stand right next to it in a minute and it still won't show up. This is the elusive 11th one. It doesn't count. You can see in the top corner there it says of 10. No, that should be of 11, and this is the one. It doesn't show up on the map. Don't know what's going on there. Obviously it's some sort of bug. They'll probably patch it at some point. This, what I'm saying, may be a moot point. Might not be a problem anymore. So if that's the case, that's what it is. So there's an item chest up here. These are the least important chests in the game. Essentially it's just health and ammo and the special ability, the yellow skulls. Next is another ingot. You can see there at the top of the screen where it is. Just need to clear a few things out first. Then we drop down and go and get it. Nice and quick mission, this one. Next one's not so quick, I don't think, if I remember rightly. Still staying in the snow area. And then head here, and this is going to be our Limbo Chest. Unlike the previous Limbo Chest, you don't actually need to expose this one. There are ones in the game later on that you do. Again, you need to make it appear, but you don't for this one. Pretty good chests. They have souls, creature cores in them, so definitely worth getting, because creature cores are basically how you level up in this game. So you want to be collecting those all the time. Randomly dropped by enemies, always dropped by bosses and bigger enemies. Having said that, when I fight the boss, which I do leave in at the end of this video by the way, he doesn't drop one, which is quite frustrating because I will need to play it again to get all 3 cores. So that's annoying. Here's the Wrathstone or Wrathstone. 1 of 1. It was behind where the dogs were lying down. See it there. Again, it is a shard, but there you go. Next we're going to go and get the Caltrops, which is one of Strife's special abilities. And then once we get this epic chest, we're going to get ambushed by quite a few flea mags, or whatever the little I think they are armoured flea mags. See, it's right at the end. So you can see them hanging down the side there, like it's not obvious. But yeah, the Caltrops. Half a cost there. Not too bad. We're going to skip this fight now. We don't need to see them. You see them all coming up now. They come from behind as well there. So just push your way through and carry on. We're going to be using that blue, I don't know what to call these things, air burst flying thing. You know what I mean, this thing here. This is where you continue on. This is how you get through the mission. Right at the top here is going to be a small chest 3 of 3, the last one. Every time you do a mission, obviously the small chests and item chests, and I think Limbo Chests as well, do respawn. You can open them again. So if you need to farm for any reason, be it creature cores, it's a good reason, good way to do it. There we go. And we're moving on, getting Trickster Key. It's here. You may have seen it as we ran past before. There it is. There is a Trickster Door in this area, in this level. Just takes the 1 key. We do get 1 key. And I've just got to amuse myself. We do get 2 keys, but you just need the 1. And the Trickster Door is actually where Hell's Forge is, so you will need to go in there to get the trophy. You won't see me get the trophy in this mission, in this playthrough, but I do get it. I have already done it. There is a separate video, that's why, because I filmed a separate video for it. Just going to skip this fight here. Quite a long way with actually getting anything. I believe this is the end of the barrels and the crates, so there aren't any more in the forge area. So if you don't have enough, don't worry. You can come back and redo the mission and it will save your progress. I'm going to show the bar afterwards once we get in the furnace bit. So here's the map. Useful. Not really too useful at the end, but there you go. It does happen in quite a few of these levels. It's near the end. I suppose it's for cleanup. They're not going to give you right at the beginning. You can just clean up as you go. Bit of a funny jump this one is you get onto these, you pull this lever down, you jump onto these spikes. It does a second jump. Don't try and press jump again. You're going to have to let him drop onto the handhold, otherwise he'll jump away. It's quite frustrating, to be honest. So we're going to open up this gate. This is to continue on. I'm going to push these 2 levers, throw the bomb at 1, and then push the second one. It's going to open the gate there. The Trickster Door is off to the top hand there. You can see it. We're going to come back there because we're going to need to go and get a 4th ingot first, which is through here into the dungeon. So we're just going to clean this bit out, the kiln. We're going to grab everything in here, and then we're going to go back and open the Trickster Door. There is another key in here, but you should already have the one from before. And hop across, and we're just going to open up the menu now, and I'm going to show you the side mission, the task for the barrels. Right down. Come on, keep going. There we go. Luddite, destroy 5 barrels. So you can see my progress there. It's not finished. You can come back later on and just redo the mission until you've finished it. And there you go. Boatman's coin, quite a hard jump again. You're just going to have to keep going. I do get the mint 1 trophy there. That's for 50 coins. You'll probably get it if you're following along. That is the 50th one of the game, I presume. So here's Trickster Key 2 of 2. Or you could have got it with that other one. Depends which order. Or you went to the Trickster Door first. It depends when you might get that trophy. There's a few areas. Should definitely get it in this level though. So here's the Boatman's coin. Carry on round through the tunnels, the broken pipes, and then we're going to float up and get the 4th ingot. Here it is at the top. Again, the excessive map usage probably does get on some people's nerves, but it is for anyone who is using timestamps. They're going to need to know where they are. Obviously you're following along, you know where we are. So we're going to head back to the Trickster Door now. There's a Boatman's coin just outside of it. And then inside there's 2 Boatman's coin, the Hell's Forge, and a Healthstone. And that's pretty much it with regards to collectibles. There is an item chest, and there is another side mission we'll be doing before the boss fight. So here's the boatsman's coin. There, you came through that gate, and you go up here. There it is. So I'm not going to show them the map again. Here's the Trickster Door. You know where we are. Takes just the one key. You go through here. And then you walk, once you've got all 4 ingots, you come up here and you stand in front of here and you'll get a circle prompt like that. So you just show you, we've got the 2 boatsman's coins left and right, and then you've got the Healthstone at the top. So you stand in front of here, you press circle, it'll sort of see, says, let's see what happens. Usually you'd get a creature core, some souls. I get absolutely nothing, but you can see there in the corner it says complete, and you get the complete Hell's Forge thing, the side mission. And if you don't have the trophy already, you'll get that trophy too. But I already have it at this point. So we're just going to grab all the coins. So that's all the coins, or that's everything done apart from an item chest. And like I said, item chests aren't too important, especially for completion wise, because they do respawn. Next we're going to do the side mission, Hardcore Parkour. That's for getting through the end of the mission without dying. Now it says without dying it specifically, and I don't think you can die. That's the problem. You can fall off the edge, because the first time I ever did it I fall off. I do a clean run this time, but the first time, so we're just going to take care of these. We're going to skip past here, but that's essentially what you do, is get mobbed here. So you can sort of fall off, because that's a respawn. You don't die technically. Like I said, I do a clean run this time, so you're not going to see me fall off. But I did it in the practice. I did fall off, but carried on just to see if it would have to work or not. So once you've activated that switch, this is when it sort of comes into play. You're going to need to make it all past all this area without dying. But if you fall off in single player, at least, you can't die. You never die. You'll just respawn. It won't take up that last bit of health. So I'm not sure what it means by that, whether it is actually something you can skip. Maybe in 2-player, if you're doing 2-player, I suppose you might die then. But we'll see. But essentially you're just making your way through this, and then there's going to be, once you get up here, there's going to be a chase sequence with some lava, and everything's going to fall apart. And basically it's fairly easy platforming. Just don't get too ahead of yourself. That's probably the thing. You could probably go too quickly, and that's when you get a problem. You need to wait for these lifts to come up. No need to run too quickly, especially with this last one. You'll miss the R2 prompt if you go too early, because you won't be high enough. And then basically just fly over here and jump up. That's actually where I died the first time, because it did the weird backwards jump, and there you can see complete. So that's it. And then there's just the item chest. So that was Hardcore Parkour done. That was really easy. So yeah, if you do fall off, don't worry. For some reason it doesn't seem to count. So I don't really see the point in the side mission, to be honest, as I don't think you can fail it. Please let me know if you did, because I'd like to know. And then we go up here, and this is the item chest, and then straight away is the boss fight. I'm going to leave this boss fight again, because again it's the end of the mission. So here's the map. We've just done that long run, jumped across there. There's the item chest. And that's it, done, collectible wise. So yeah, boss fight for anybody who wants to see. I am on the easiest difficulty, so you're not going to get any great tips, but basically you just circle around this guy, and it's best to use Strife and just keep your distance, circle around him, and then just when you get power up, just hit him hard. He's an easy one. Again, obviously, because I am on easy, it is easy. Harder difficulties, you just level up more. That's what we can do. Again, I might be doing hard difficulty playthroughs for each mission, just sort of a speed run, how to get through it quickly. If that is the case, it will be linked in the top corner now. Right, no need for me to stay, so it's going to finish. I'm going to finish this fight. I'm going to finish the mission by just going through that door at the top. and I'll show you the map of the complete area with all the collectibles found, all ticked off, and that will be it. So I'm gonna take my leave now at this point. Like and subscribe, it helps me out. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.